Yo, what is going on? Give me just a moment here. He's like, what? What? All right, I'm sorry. I got caught up in like some AI stuff. I'll show you in a second. Need to turn on my lights. Every light in the house is on. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy here, LeveLUpPastor. Welcome, Trill Dan. Welcome, Adventure T, Super Ninja, Little Block A. What up? What up, man? Welcome to Ask Me Anything. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've seen you, Trill Dan. Welcome, brother. What's up, brother? Yeah, so, anyways, I've been messing with some AI stuff, trying to get a new logo, little sequence thing going. I have a lot of background noise. A lot of background. That's just you? I love AI. All right. Yeah. Maybe. So anyways, yeah, I'm not sure about the background noise. Not sure about that. Let's see. Austin Reed says, when you talk, there's a bit of static. Okay. Hello. All right. How's that? Hopefully that's a little bit better. But we'll see. All right. Austin Reed says, first question. If your PS5 won't load the PS Store or Fortnite, how do you fix it? Asking for a friend. Yeah. Yeah, he's asking for a friend. So, yeah, Austin Reed has this problem where his PS5 is not loading the PlayStation Store or loading Fortnite. How do we fix that? So look up your answers if you can. Let him know. It's mainly his earbuds because he turned them to the max. Yeah, no kidding, dog. Does this help? Oh, I'm so mean. Like a Windows 11 PC not running bloatware. So I'm not the friend to ask, but loads everything else. NCAA is fun. Yeah, that's true. It is fun. How's everyone doing today? I'm a little tired. I was slow moving getting up this morning, that's for sure. But I was messing with some AI stuff because Adventure T is editing a Minecraft video. I'm trying to do a hardcore series, coming out with a hardcore series of Minecraft. And so we were recording some stuff, having him edit it, and also Lil Block A is editing some stuff for me as well. So shout out to those two, Adventure T, Lil Block A, or STW, whichever name you prefer. And yeah, so just putting out some more long-form content. That will be exciting. And did I play till 12 again? I did. Yeah, I did. Actually, it was 12:30 when I went to bed. I was just kind of experimenting a little bit with Minecraft resource packs, some texture packs. I think I got a few of them for free, or a number of them for free, because had realms. So he means long. That's what video editing is, man. You get 2 hours of footage, you cut it down to 30 minutes. That's it, man. So, anyways, why did I make a realm? Because do you get inked? Do you get inked? I want that one. What? Now I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It was impossible to cut down. No, it was not. That's not what video editing is, man. All right. So anyways, let me show you what I've been messing with AI. So I was trying to, since we were doing that video, I was trying to do a little bit of a sequence. Actually, let's do screen share. And window capture, and all right, yeah, we'll try to do that. I was trying to do this thing, man. I was trying to actually incorporate it all in here in this Envato. So let's go look at all these level up intros. So actually, Adventure T thinks the first one is the best one. All right, he thinks the first one is the best one. Check this out. There you go. This one right here in the bottom corner. Actually, it doesn't capture my cursor. I thought it would capture my cursor. Nope, doesn't do it. All right. Okay, here we go. Whoa, that's big. That's way big. Oh my goodness. Let's put that in there. And fit it. Perfect. All right, here we go. Ready? Actually, that is not the one that I thought it was. That is definitely not the one that I thought it was. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, Adventure T thinks that's the best one. All right, so let's look at... I need to press escape. I need to learn to press keyboard shortcut things. Oh, this one's awful. This one's terrible, dude. Yeah, that one was bad. Oh, this one's interesting. Oh, that's not, that one wasn't actually too bad. Let's see. Oh, this one's nuts. All right. Let's see. What about this one? Oh, yeah. I thought this one was really cool, but it got messed up on the little arrow there. Little Block A can make a intro for me. That would be great. Or try. Yeah, man. That would be awesome because Mr. Pat made me one, Pat Blake, and I'd like to get one with our simpler logo here. That'd be kind of cool. I like this one. I really like this one. When the blocks come in to make the logo, yeah, that's your favorite. This one I thought was interesting. Oh, whoops. Let's go from the beginning. That one's simplistic. It's not too bad. Yo, Gunga Din, what's up, man? All right. Let's see. Oh, this one was awful. I forgot to put the reference image in there. Oh, that's terrible. Yep. This one's bad too. Forgot to put the reference image in. Looks like a fan. All right. I remembered to put the reference image in this time. This one went insanely wild. I would love to have like a cool 3D effect like that, glowing. That'd be cool, something like that. Gives you some ideas though, right? That one cooked for about 0.3 seconds. I thought this one was so good, but then it got the arrow messed up at the end. Ah, man. All right. Oh, check this one out. Let's see what this one does. Oh, yeah, this one. Poo. Do I think I'll play first-person shooter games, such as Valorant streams, or do you think that those games, there's too much going on? I think that I would enjoy those games. The problem I have is time. And to get really good at a game, to be good, I mean, you don't have to be that great, but at a game, like there's a little bit of humor, and I think people find it entertaining. I find it entertaining trying new games, doing that, and not being the best at it, because then I make it funny, I make it fun, easygoing, casual. But then at a certain point, I like to be like decent at the game. So sometimes you want to be able to devote your time to a few games so you can get really good at that. But I'm open to other games. I'm open to whatever. Oh, nice. Yeah. No, for sure. I for sure would be interested. I mean, it looks interesting. I like the artwork. Do I know when I'm going to be doing Dave the Diver now? Yeah, yesterday we had Unboring Bible reading, and Super Ninja was the winner of the participation points for Unboring Bible reading, and so he won the prize. So not next week, but the week after that, so 2 weeks from now on Monday, we're going to do another Unboring Bible reading, and the prize is if you participate and get more points than anyone else, answering questions, asking questions, participating, offering answers, encouraging people, giving us cross-references, things like that. If you get enough of those participation points, you got the most points at the end, then you get the prize. And the prize is that you get to choose one game for me to stream. And Super Ninja 1, he chose Dave the Diver. I'm thinking in August or the next time we do a marathon. I might do a marathon in August because guess what? August 16th, I believe, was the very first time that we streamed, and that would make it a year in August 16th. And actually, funnily enough, August 15th is my very first day of work at St. Timothy. So it's been a year for Level Up almost. It's almost been 3 years for me here at STL. Yes, I will make sure it is at a time when you are not in bed, Super Ninja. Don't worry. That's part of the prize, all right? Let's see. So me and Lil Block A, we're going to play some Valorant at some point. Brent Neal. Welcome, Brent Neal. I would assume Pat has After Effects on the STL sub. Just make what you want and don't rely on AI. Yeah, for sure. But, just playing around today, playing around. But he made a great intro for the old logo, for sure. Can you have a guest on the stream? Of course I can have a guest. If it's you, Austin Reed, I need to get back to my regular menu because my feature chat's not on here. If it's you, Austin Reed, then yeah, of course I can have a guest on the stream. You talking about this stream today, man? Talking about this stream today? Live in person on? Ooh, yes. I've thought about that a little bit. Tell me what you guys think, all right? I've thought about this. So I noticed, I wanted to... The marathon. Yeah, for sure. So I think once we do like a 12-hour marathon or something, we'll have to have different people coming on at different points and things like that. I would love to also figure out how to stream with 2 different cameras at the same time. Like Gunga Din's in his living room or his room with his camera, and I'm got my camera. We're streaming at the same time. I've not looked up or looked into how to make that. Whew, excuse me. Oh yeah. Oh, but yeah, one of the things that I wanted to do when we started this ministry is I wanted to listen to all the kids, all the young people, the people that are interested in this kind of ministry, the video gaming, all of you guys. I wanted to listen to what you wanted, and I knew that was really important, especially for the success of the ministry. And I know that. I know it's a small sample size right now, so you got to understand that too. Like, we're not like super big yet anyways, but I wanted to make sure I was doing things that people were interested in. But at the same time, there's a little bit of a balance because you got to have fun. People have fun when you're having fun, when you're being silly and just, having a good time or whatever. So there's a balance to that. And one thing I was floored by at the very beginning of Level Up was how much y'all wanted. Let's see. Was how much y'all wanted to play with me while I was live, and then also you wanted to get together, online when I wasn't live too. So that kind of got me thinking, what if I had some live streams that were made for like having a special guest on the show, like someone to talk about our topic while I'm gaming and, kind of give some fun commentary or talk about, something with their faith life, and maybe they're gaming with me at the same time. Maybe just have a dedicated guest each time or something like that. Something that's more of a live stream sort of show, if you will. That's more like chat with us, participate with us in that way, and then a separate kind of stream or a separate time where we're all partying together. We're all getting together online, playing together in whatever whatever game it is. Like this Friday we're going to do Fortnite and you are welcome to come and join me. Or this Friday we're actually going to have a special guest on the show. It's going to be me and him doing duos or whatever. So I thought about having streams that were maybe more dedicated to other people watching and me and another person kind of talking back and forth about life, about faith, about gaming. And then other streams where it's more about all of us playing together in the game at the same time. So wondering what y'all think of that, or if it's good exactly the way that it is. Who knows? It's also hard to tell once we get bigger. There's more opinions in that way. But at the end of the day, we'll figure it out. All right, do you think once I eat a late lunch, I can call you on Discord to have a podcast type stream? Once I eat a late lunch, I can call you on Discord to have a podcast type stream. You mean like today? Today? Well, you got 40 minutes. It's a yellow idea. Okay, all right. You don't like having 10 subscribers or anything? Or 10K subscribers? I'd hope to have 10K subscribers. All right. Gungadin said earlier, like both of us live stream at the same time, or like both of our cams on the stream at the same time. Both of our cams on the stream at the same time is what I'm talking about, Gungadin. So let's say, Gunga, you were my guest for that day. You and we're going to talk about worship music. So we're playing Fortnite together, and you have both our cameras on screen. We're talking about worship music as we're playing Fortnite, and that's kind of the main stream. You can help me do that. That's easy. Thank you. I feel very old now. Fantastic, though. Fantastic. Also, the other thing with ministry and working with people that know so much more about this stuff than you is I get humbled a lot. Y'all humble me, man. You serve me up some of that humble pie. Some of that humble pie. See that number 3 next? He's talking about in the chat, in the YouTube chat. Austin Reed said, no matter how many subscribers you get, I will always be your number 1 subscriber. Brad humbled me about my age. Oh my gosh, you were so stuck on that, Adventure T. All right, so, yeah, so like Gungadin, like I have that Christian rap artist Flame, who actually was in some of my seminary classes. Like I would reach out to Flame, be like, hey Flame, can you be on my video game show? Right? Can you be on my video game show for this upcoming Friday? And let's talk about what it means to think about our baptism, or whatever, to be born again in the Spirit. We'll talk about that. Or whatever. That'll be our topic for the day. Flame's going to be on camera. I don't think he'd be playing the game with me, but he might be someone there to kind of offer some commentary, some talking points while we're going. Because I do think that sometimes the talking points, the spiritual conversations gets lost a little bit in the game. And I want to make sure that it's there, but I also, we want to have fun together too. So there's a balance, I feel like. So I'm just trying to think about that, figure that out. But that's part of what summer's been about, just balancing all that, trying new stuff. You could ask Mr. Beast, but he'd probably ask you for the money. He's rich. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't think Mr. Beast is a Christian anymore. He used to be a long, long time ago. And I'm mainly looking for people who are Christians because this channel is for Christian gamers primarily. Anyone is welcome, but we are going to bring our faith into it. We are talking. It's more like a discipleship orientation versus a discipleship discipleship emphasis focus rather than evangelistic kind of thing. Like, yeah, we want to get the word out, but I think my main focus with Level Up is raising up young followers of Jesus, who are seeking to level up in their faith, or anyone interested in leveling up in their faith, right? So just giving people the tools to do that in the faith that they already have. So kind of like a faith builder versus evangelistic kind of ministry. There are people who do online evangelistic ministry like needgod.net. That guy does amazing stuff. He goes on Omegle and randomly Just start talking to people about Jesus. I think that's great. That's not what I don't think that's my category as much. That's not my focus. All right, Brent Neal says, you should do a live show from National Youth Gathering next week. I should. And I think, here's what I think. It's just a quick road trip. Hey, if they need a backup, like real desperately, I'm there, man. I'm there. So that's the thing, is I think in 3 years' time, maybe that could be an awesome thing. An awesome goal is to do a level up live stream live at the National Youth Gathering, Fortnite from Stage 1. Yeah, there you go. So, of course, I could have applied to do like one of those breakout sessions too, actually. That would have been cool. But that's the issue. It's like, thinking about these things ahead of time is just a bit more. Yeah. You need me to IRL stream while I'm there. LOL. Are you going to the NYG Gunga Din? Yeah, I need you to IRL stream while you're there for sure. Then I would miss your birthday. Where is Level Up Monster? Monster. Yes. All right. Awesome. Yeah, man. That'd be awesome. That'd be great. I don't even know what's scheduled for next week. Where's Level Up Lobster? Yeah, man. What's going on, brother? What's going on, my man? Yeah, man. All right. I'm going to the church later for the meeting with Dan. There's a meeting today? I didn't know there was a meeting today. There's a meeting today? Speaking of that, let's zoom in a little bit. Oh, yeah. Look at that close-up. I'm being so silly today. Anyways. You can see my grays. What? Put that out of focus a little more. There you go. Can you see my grays now? Probably not. How's the new job going, Austin Reed? How's the new job going? But yeah, Brent Neal, that's interesting that you say that, because a guy who mentors me was actually pitching that idea to me about a year ago. He's like, Level Up's going to get so big, right? And and then you're going to be in NYG on the big stage, and doing a live stream while you're going, or while you're there in person. And I do think actually the way that we continue to grow is by demonstrating to people. I was talking to Adventure T about this earlier today, is by showing people actively examples of what this looks like. Because when I first started this, like, I think for pretty much any of us here, I think for all of us here that are in the chat right now, we get, like, when I say, hey, I'm going to play video games and live stream video games while I talk about Jesus, like, you understand that. You kind of get how that can work, right? And to me, it was just automatic. Like, I understand. Like, I'm like, oh, yeah, I just figure it out, just kind of learn some things about OBS, and for the most part, we got it down right now. It took like a month or two, figure it out, got it down, streaming. But when I tell people, oh, yeah, I do this and I talk about Jesus or whatever, and they're like, well, how does that work? A lot of people don't quite comprehend or get how you can have both of those things at the same time, or how you shift the focus with video games to also be about our faith and our life and applying that faith to our life. And I don't know, like, you just kind of do it. for us, it's kind of a given. For a lot of people, especially the parents, that we want to be on board with what we do at Level Up, they need to see an example of like, oh, it's not just another random YouTuber that my kid's watching, because kids are watching random YouTubers, but what's different about this YouTuber, about this stream, that actually gives you more value, more positivity than just consuming content, right? So I think we got some explaining to do. I think we really do. And a lot of times I will get so caught up in the vision of what I mean, the vision is so obvious to me, the excitement, the value is so clear to me that I forget that most people need to be shown, not told. Show, don't tell, right? They need to be shown through videos, through examples, through in-person demonstrations, through testimonials, whatever it is. Most people need to be shown the actual results, the effects of, or how this can be effective, how this can be good. Yeah. All right. So Brent Neal says, I think the people that will grow this know how it works together. I'm twice as old as you and Austin, and I know how this works because gamers know how gaming works. Yeah. There you go. Whoa. And for the people who don't know, I'll get back to your question, Austin Reed. You get out of here with that question. Let me make this bigger. And for the people who don't know, maybe the resource in the Synod or elsewhere that you have some poll, make a sizzle reel or something, you're well on the way. To have some poll, yeah, for sure. So that's what I got. My man, Lil Block. Let's work on some marketing videos, some videos that will help us show what this is all about, what this looks like when we stream, and talk about our faith, and go from there. But that's how we spread the word, right? Yeah. What is this, Reed? What is this? I am not in my late 40s, dude. Dan, he's like 45. That's mid 40s. That's not even late 40s. Yeah, man. He's catching strays today. But yeah, I'm not even in my 40s, dog. You're only 22? Yeah, I know that's not true. Get out of here with that. I've seen your face. I've seen you. That's right. I'm talking about you, Reed. I'm talking about you, brother. I've seen you. I'm feeling 22. Hey, speaking of 22, Caitlin Clark, number 22, had a fantastic game on Sunday. She had a fantastic game. She's kind of slowly getting out of the slump that she's been in. And I am so excited. And she got another game tonight with the Connecticut Sun. I know none of you care about this except for maybe Trill Dan. Trill Dan probably does. He probably cares. Although he's all for Paige Beckers, Paige Buckets. I'm going to get on my computer to try to make an intro. Well, fantastico. I need it to be with the new logo. You need Paige to posterize Angel Reese. Yeah, well, I'm sure she can, man. She's very efficient. My young, no gray face. Hugs. I need the Dan, Brad, and Alex stream all at once. She's got next up. Yeah, she's good. She's good. She's efficient. But is she do you think Paige Beckers is the generational talent that Caitlin Clark is? And that's just because I like riding the bandwagon, man. I just like riding the bandwagon. Caitlin Clark. I know all y'all is like, what does this have to do with anything? It doesn't. I enjoy it. That's what it has to do with everything, man. Anyways, do you have any questions today? This is a live Q&A. Are we still asking questions? That's what I was just about to ask. Yeah, you can ask any question that you want. Otherwise, I'll just keep talking and figure out what to talk about. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? So, yeah, y'all. Yeah. Anyways, look at this. Look at this little thing here. Check this out. I was trying to make it good, but it didn't quite work out. It keeps doing that weird like white thing at the end. Let's see if we can go backwards. Okay, here. This wasn't too bad. But I don't know why it does the little flash. The flash. I don't get it. All right. We got a question here. What is your highest CP Pokemon on Pokemon Go? And why is there 56 stops and gyms on the church? Did you put them there? I did not. I did not put those stops on the church. I haven't played Pokemon Go in a long, long time, though that would be kind of cool to get back into it. Are people still like really playing that a ton? There was a time, oh man, this was like the best time. We were in San Antonio. We knew we were moving. We had everything set up to move to Houston, and we're just in the process of selling our house. I was off of work for a month, and it was awesome. And, you know, we had lots of work to do, like to get the house ready and everything. My son and I'd just go for walks around the neighborhood all the time, because what that meant was that we could play Pokemon Go. And I was like obsessed with Pokemon Go for the longest time. It was crazy. I don't know what CP means, though. I'm sorry. Probably like 1,000 or something. Can you send it to me, RQ, right now? Send it to me. Oh, the original logo? Yep. Or the new logo that I made? Sure thing. Sure thing, man. Like the highest level Pokemon. I don't know. Let me look that up, man. I don't even know if I have Pokemon Go on here anymore. Oh, I do. Literally so rare. Yeah. No, dude, I'd be... I was so obsessed with Pokemon Go for the longest time that I was like I was playing it on my phone while we were driving, and I'd be like, "Oh, slow down, Aaron, slow down." So, send you the new logo? I will. Just give me a moment. Oh, a new version of Pokemon Go is available. Would you like to update? Sure. Why not? Update to continue. Now, I played, when I first got here at St. Timothy, I played Pokemon Go with Colin, and he smoked me. I'm trying to plug this in. See if I can make any more noise. Sorry, I just need to plug my phone in. Update. Oh, whoopsies. My bad. All right. Stand by for technically. Yeah, all good. It's all good, though. Don't worry. All right, Lil Block. Or what are you... All right, any other questions? Let me know what you think, what you want to know today. What you want to know. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Ooh, ooh, ooh. What is your favorite DC superhero, Marvel superhero, and which is better, DC or Marvel? Yeah, gonna be honest. Marvel is better than DC. Just is. Favorite DC superhero, Batman. Favorite DC villain, Joker. I used to do a mad Joker impression back in the day. I still got it. But I used to know the lines from Heath Ledger's Dark Knight. Oh, yeah. So ask me about that sometime. We'll figure it out. And then Marvel superhero, I'd probably say my favorite of all time is Spider-Man. I grew up loving Spider-Man. I grew up getting all the books on how to draw Spider-Man because I love to draw. The Dark Knight from Balloons. No, the Dark Knight from Chris Nolan's Batman films, man. Come on. I grew up loving to draw Spider-Man and just getting all those books. And so Spider-Man was my absolute favorite. Sorry. Trill Dan, an interesting take. Cinematic universe better is Marvel and better comics is DC. But see, I didn't read a lot of the comics. I didn't follow them as much. But I do think actually the Marvel multiverse stuff is just really good stuff. New Superman movie, 10 out of 10. Yeah, the new Superman movie looks fantastic. I actually didn't mind Man of Steel all that much. I know a lot of people just beat down on it, but to me, Man of Steel was more like a one-off kind of movie. I will answer your question in just a moment. Man of Steel was like a one-off type of movie that did not go well with the rest of the DC universe. But I thought it was a really good Superman movie. But anyways. 5, Super Ninja. Okay, let's see. Super Ninja says, oh gosh, Robert Pattinson Batman, thoughts? I loved Robert Pattinson's Batman. I thought it was really well done. I thought that Batman movie was awesome. I did think Chris Nolan, what's his name? Not Christopher Reeve. Why am I blanking? Christian Bale, that's right. He was the actor that played Batman in the Chris Nolan films. He did a great job. I think he's a better Bruce Wayne in terms of a Bruce Wayne, like the Bruce Wayne guy, kind of, than maybe Robert Pattinson. But I thought Robert Pattinson's Batman, man, was awesome. Kind of gets back to the gritty, the down to earth kind of detective sort of work that Batman really is all about. So I thought that was good. Oh, yeah, way better than Ben Affleck. All right, let's see. Super Ninja says he had a question. How many stars would you rate The Amazing World of Gumball? Only 1 to 5 stars. Well, it makes me laugh, but I haven't seen it a whole lot. I'd probably give it a 3. I know you love that show, though, Super Ninja. Let's see. They should bring Pattinson Batman into the new DC universe with this new... should they bring Pattinson Batman into the new DC universe with this new Superman, or leave him in his own gritty world to do another Batman for the DC universe? I think they should do another Batman for the DC universe. The issue is... the issue is that Robert Pattinson's... Of course, I think... Was James Gunn over the Robert Pattinson film for Batman or not? Yeah, so I actually think, though, Robert Pattinson's Batman would be best served in its own world, and they should bring in a new Batman. You said no? Yeah. So I think they should bring in a different Batman to match with the new Superman, to match with that kind of colorful, sort of like hopeful kind of world. And I think they could do kind of more of an homage to like, kind of the original gray suit, yellow belt, and kind of do it without being like super cheesy. Like I think Superman's outfit is decent. It's a little corny, but he explains that it's sort of on purpose so that people feel like Superman is approachable. And I think they got to have a more approachable Batman than Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson's Batman is very dark, very gritty, very down to earth though. So I do appreciate that down to earth aspect. All right, James Gunn says, that's his biggest decision right now, to either leave that in its own series or bring him into the new DC universe. Well, I can tell James Gunn what he needs to do. That's leave Robert Pattinson's Batman alone. It's going to be best served on its own. And, yeah, pretty much. Hey, Little Block A, fantastic. Can't wait for your surprise. Who is better, Deadpool or Wolverine? I appreciate Wolverine better than Deadpool. Wolverine's just more of a, Deadpool's so snarky and all that, and that's fine. But I love Wolverine. He's one of my favorites. I loved those X-Men films growing up. Do you think that DC should bring back the original Batman actors for like a reunion movie? Nah. DC just doesn't have that going for them. In some ways, DC is trying to catch up to what Marvel has already done because Marvel beat them to it, right? So there'll always be in Marvel's shadow is DC's problem, I think. So you kind of got to... I like what they did. Think about what's happened with superhero movies for a moment. Actually, this is actually kind of interesting. Because you notice that superhero movies after... notice what... Hot take, LeveLUpPastor would make a better Deadpool than Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, baby. Oh, man. So much love from Trill Dan. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much, brother. Breaking the fourth wall, all that stuff. All right, so let me get back to this question. So the superhero movie trend is interesting because if you look at superhero movies, and actually some people have pointed this out, like 9/11, okay? Some of you are really young, don't, what 9/11 is, but half here are old enough to remember where we were 9/11. The terrorist attack and all that, and the other half weren't even around. But that's a pivotal moment in our nation's history, in the world's history, right? And you actually see a lot of superhero movies get darker after 9/11. So I don't know if you've seen that. Let's see if we can look that up real quick. Superhero movies in 1990s, early 2000s. Okay, here we go. Watch this. Okay. Let's see. Screen share. We'll go there. Okay, so we got Batman Forever. Look at that. All right, when was this? Oh, underrated 90s movie, superheroes movies, right? Okay, so you got the Batman Forever, Mystery Men, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So those are kind of the comic and the live action comic type movies that are happening. Then you got Power Rangers, I guess. Batman, The Shadow. Okay, I don't know any of. I know some of those. All right. Fantastic Four. Right? So you start to see a shift. You had that one movie like Sky High. The best 90s superhero movie ranked. Let's see. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., 1998. That's crazy. Captain America 1990. Oh, man. Okay. Black Scorpion, Meteor Man. Spawn, interesting. Yeah, Shadow, Mystery Men. Oh, man. Okay, these are weird. Rocketeer, Darkman, Batman Returns. Okay, so you did have Tim Burton, that kind of deal. Blade. All right. And then you get superhero movies, early 2000s. All right. So look for a second. Okay. You got Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, right? So that you're starting off the decade there. You're getting things are real hopeful. Superman Returns. But then you got like X-Men and all these different things. You got Daredevil. You got The Dark Knight. Things kind of seem to get a little darker and darker. Like they got darker costumes. It's not as colorful. And now you kind of see a return to the color. Things are more colorful, right? Like you see Deadpool and Wolverine. You see Wolverine's is back in his a yellow costume, right? You see Marvel and Captain America back in his colorful costume versus trying to do a darker take on it. So now we're kind of out with the darkness in some ways in general, and we're trying to return to that sort of more comic accurate, like world of color based in some realism, but not taking it too seriously or too real, right? And that's what I think is the problem that James Snyder, that's what I think is the problem with what Zack Snyder was up against with like Justice League. It's like you're trying to make this real dark and gritty, and that's just not what people are looking for anymore. We're kind of coming out of this into this age like the world is a dark and scary place sometimes, and people are kind of longing more for hope. They're kind of longing more for the hopefulness or an escape. So I think there's actually some like, ways that we can look at the changing of culture through the way superhero movies have changed over time, and actually the ones that have worked well, the ones that haven't worked well, right? So, okay. Anyways, don't know if that made any sense. Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man. Case closed. I'm going to go with... I loved Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I think it's actually kind of a coincidence that it happened September 11th because, well, that wasn't the coincidence. They planned it that way. That's the problem. Blade was 1990. Not exactly a lie. Yeah, I know. So I realized as I looked more things up that it was kind of... it's a loose argument, but I do think that you see more of the lightness, the lightheartedness. Like you see the Marvel universe is there's Guardians of the Galaxy. You're bringing humor into it. Thor. It's less about like being like super cool all the time and more about like, let's make it colorful. Let's make it hopeful. Let's make it, like get that feeling that you get again when you're like opening up a comic book and like, wow, and so I think that's the difference between kind of the early 2000s and now what we see in the superhero movies that are coming out. The majority of them is what they're coming out with today. All right. Problem. But who knows? Maybe my argument's kind of weak. I don't know. All right, problem is he tried to make the most hopeful and good superhero ever, Superman, dark and gritty. That's why I love this new Superman, because he is colorful, hopeful, pure, and good. Top 10 comic movie. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. James Gunn taking over DC will make DC as big or bigger than Marvel sooner than later. DC gets to reset and really do it right, or Marvel is running out of... I do agree with you. Marvel is running out of ideas, except that Fantastic Four movie coming out looks awesome. And they're setting it up for Galactus. That Loki series was awesome. That Loki series was really awesome. Marvel should be more careful with the content they put out, but they're not going to. They'll make money off of it anyways. But, James Gunn will do a great job. I do agree with you there. All right. Austin Reed's point, Blade Batman, they were all super dark. That's true. I don't know if it was as dark as like Dark Knight, Joker kind of dark. Yeah, I thought of the idea because Marvel did. Okay, yep. Elementary school. Mom pulled me out of school. 9/11. Yep. I think Marvel should create a new superhero soon. Should be a contest, and whoever superhero is the best, they will put in a new movie. That would be awesome. Actually, I have a superhero that I've had in my mind for a long time. I don't want to give it away yet right now, but I've always dreamed of turning this into a novel and then to a movie and all this stuff. I've been centered around this superhero called the Black Ninja. I can tell you more about it some other time if you'd like, but yeah, I've had a superhero idea for a long, long time, ever since I fell in love with the Lobster Lad. Ever since I fell in love with the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, I always dreamed of my superhero coming to life on the big screen. That would be awesome. All right. Newsflash, both comic book studios and... Let me try to get to that for a little bit of a feature. Both comic book studios and print studios are out of ideas and have been recycling stories for 4 decades. I mean, at the end of the day, every story comes down to it's kind of the same stuff when you really look at the basics of it, but I got a new idea for you. All right? Okay. I don't want you all to steal my idea. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Wasn't watching for a moment. Why is everyone talking about movies? I say this as a pure comic fan who loves both so much. Marvel can still do amazing things, but they have a lot to balance while DC is basically going to build to Justice League like Avengers. Yep, very true. Yeah. Oh, Arthur Wells, Hyper Dragon. Yes, that Disney show is awesome, dude. That's awesome. Lobster Lad, Dr. Tootington. Yes. Wait, please tell us. I'm dying to hear it now. Wait, what? Yeah, basically Disney right now. Would Bible Man be a DC or Marvel superhero? Oh, Bible Man would be Marvel, my friend. Okay. Well, Disney's just not doing as well. They could be making better stories for sure. I mean, it's everyone's opinion. It's just opinion. All right, so Trill Dan had a question way back. I apologize, Trill Dan, for not answering your question earlier, but he had a question. Do we have a Know Your Bible challenge for the month of July? So that is the question for you. Do you guys know what the Bible, what the Know Your Bible challenge is for the month of July? Do you remember what it is? Do you remember what it is? It's kind of like Edna Mode in Incredibles. Do you know where he is? Would you like to find out? Okay. Do you know the Know Your Bible challenge for the month of July? Trill Dan is dying to know. Anyone? Going once, going twice? Sold to LeveLUpPastor. All right. The Know Your Bible challenge for, I forget, hashtag guilty. It's the first time I've seen you use a hashtag. I know where my Bible is. Oh my gosh. All right. Know Your Bible challenge for the month of July is Isaiah 55 verses 8 through 9, which says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." So throughout the month of July, we are talking about how God's ways are better than our ways. How sometimes we are tempted to go our way, or really any sin where anytime we turn away from God, it is like us saying, you know what, God, I don't actually believe fully that your way is better than my way. So I'm just going to sin anyways. I'm going to do this thing that I know is wrong, or do this thing even though it might hurt someone or not, but I'm just going to go ahead. And the thing we come back to is that God's way is better than our way. And as we grow and mature and continue to follow Jesus and level up in our faith and in our life and applying that, the more circumstances or situations we find when God has caused us to want the same things that he wants. There you go. Isn't that crazy? All right. There you go. Let's see. Yes, earlier you guys were asking, and I've made up this superhero for such a long time. His name is Black Ninja. It has nothing to. It's just because that's the color of his costume, and he's a ninja, of course. So I always made these drawings. I always made like kind of some of the story. I know the story of book 1, and I know the story of book 2, and then like I don't know if and then I know the last story of the whole series, but I don't know if that would be considered book 3 or if there's like more stuff in between. All right. Trill Dan says, Yahweh is the way, and his way is better than my way. Can I be a rapper yet? Sure, why not? Is this a contemporary ninja, or is he throwing shurikens around the Reformation? Prepared to get slidered? Slidered? Slidered. Slidered. I don't know what that means. Once again, my age is showing. But no, he is a contemporary ninja. Then Black Ninja finds out they sauteed and steamed his sidekick and served him on a roll. Oh, man, you guys are funny. No, it's a contemporary ninja. So basically, this guy, the main character, I mean, of course I named him Alex when I was originally writing, but that would not be his name if I actually wrote the book. But his... Can Black Ninja go super? Maybe. He is a superhero, but he's kind of like an anti-hero kind of deal. But anyways, he does look like Spider-Man a little bit with the eyes. I kind of made him similar to that. But anyways, he is his main character and his friend. And his friend is a little similar to Spider-Man, I'll admit. But his friend has a dad who is a scientist, and they go and hang out at his lab, and it's like they're kind of working on nuclear fusion or whatever. And there's an accident, of course. There's an explosion at this lab where the two friends in high school are hanging out, and his dad's like, hey, you need to go. There's an emergency. Something's going wrong. The dad dies in the explosion, but what happens is that the main character, he is running away as the explosion happens. There's a lightning storm outside. The lightning strikes him. He gets these lightning powers and super powers and speed and all that because the lightning strikes him, right? Now, the other friend, it always starts with an accident. Yep. So, and the other friend, so the non-main character, the minor character, the sort of other, the person's best friend, it is thought that he dies in the accident. But something happens with the nuclear fusion as it detonates, as it explodes. He is completely obliterated. But then what happens is that his whole body gets put back together way after the fact. So everyone thinks that he's dead, but then he comes back together. But because he comes back together with all these nuclear powers, what he does is he's able to suck out energy and power from other people or sources. All right, and that's how he gets his power and boost his energy and his superpowers. So there's a hero and a villain, and they are best friends, or were best friends, but the explosion, because it like blew him up and then put him back together again, he is a changed person. He is completely different now. So he does not, and then he thinks that the Black Ninja, who's the main character, is the one that caused the accident. Because his memory is so disjointed and jumbled. So then the whole movie, or the story, at least the first Black Ninja, is about the two friends, the Black Ninja, the hero, and then the villain, who doesn't realize that they had been best friends and all that. They are battling against each other. So that's the end of that. And then the second book is some guy tries to recreate the Black Ninja's powers and doesn't do it all the way, but he is determined to kill the Black Ninja. So that's the second book. And then the third book, or at least the last book, is the Black Ninja dies. And oh, that's how the Hulk. So basically, the Flash. Yeah. So, so then the last book, the Black Ninja dies. He's lauded as this great superhero, and these aliens from another planet or universe and timeline or whatever, something like that, they come back to rob the grave of the Black Ninja, because, or actually, one of this one guy comes to rob the grave of Black Ninja because he lives on a planet where they have gladiatorial battles, and he needs a new champion. And his whole like financial well-being is he's gambling it all away, and he needs one last good champion to just win it all, right? Oh, there's a science accident. Lightning strikes him. He's the Flash now. Yeah, something like that, right? So he's not as, the ninja is not as the Black Ninja is not as like nearly as fast as the Flash. He's just faster, right? Good reflexes, all that stuff. But in the third book, he dies. An alien comes and robs his grave so that he can use the Black Ninja to resurrect him and then use him as his gladiatorial champion in the games on their planet and win a lot of money. That's all he cares about. But then something happens, is that the humans from planet Earth in that timeline in the future are on the planet with all the aliens where they're doing the gladiatorial battles, and they are trying to take over the planet because the planet has a bunch of resources. So then they beg the Black Ninja, please save our planet. Be the champion for our planet now instead of just this gladiatorial battle. So long story short, he wins, he makes it. And then, now here's how they get the ninja. Maybe I should start with the last book. But here's how they get the ninja to fight for them, because he's very reluctant, right? He's very reluctant to fight for this planet because he had died. He was at peace with his death. Then he's resurrected to a new life by this guy who just wants to use him as a champion for money. And then, but then they reward. They say, "Hey, we'll make you a promise. We'll give you a reward if you fight for our planet. We will put you back into your timeline in the past so that you can go and be with your family again." And that's the end of the last book. Does the Black Ninja take them up on their offer? Do they go back in time, and does he stay there? And does he encounter his family after he has resurrected from the dead and fought for this alien planet? He goes back in time. Does he stay and decide to be there with his family? Or does he realize, this is maybe not such a good idea. I should just let it be. There you go. Well, I'm leaving you on a cliffhanger. I already know the answer. I'm just picturing some gray-haired first service member logging in to check out what Level Up It's for the first time in the middle of the story summary. uh, it's season 7 of The Amazing World of Gumball all over again. And, here's the thing. Is I think a perfect tagline for this book would be, the world needs a new hero. The world needs a new hero. We need a new hero, right? We're inundated with all these heroes that have been made. Well, we need someone new, right? We need a new one. The Black Ninja. That's right. He carries around swords. He gets swords and all that. But anyways, there it is. There, I told it all. Now you can go steal the idea. It's not copyrighted yet anyways. But if you make millions off of this idea, I'll know it was you. I'll know. Anyways. All right. Well, that is enough for today. Thanks for joining us as usual. And we will see you on the next one. Actually, tomorrow. I'll love you tomorrow. It's only a day away. Here it is. All right. July. All right, so let's see. Today's the 14th. Ask me anything. Tomorrow. Oh, my goodness. Did I plan for that? I think I did. I think I'm available. Tomorrow is Minecraft at 11 a.m. We will continue our road to the end. So if you'd like to join us for that, join us for Minecraft tomorrow at 11 a.m. COD with Gunga Din. He's doing a late start. I don't know if Gunga... I don't know if Gunga will have to start as late as 5:30, but he will definitely do a later start on this Thursday. But he is on Twitch only. If you are a COD player, welcome to join him for that. And then Fortnite Friday, of course, this Friday at 5 per usual. And then look at this. I planned another Minecraft there for it's not showing my, oh yeah, it is showing my cursor. I planned another Minecraft for 2 p.m. on Sunday the 20th. So there you go. We want some more Minecraft. We got it. We got some more Minecraft. So although I do declare that I will probably need more diamonds before we and go to the Nether and get more Ender pearls, Eyes of Ender, Blaze Rod to make Eyes of Ender. Because we found the portal, we found the stronghold, but we need more Eyes of Ender, like to be exact, like 14 of them, and we're nowhere even close. So we got our work cut out for us. We will need to get on it. So tomorrow we will be going at 11 a.m. for Minecraft. This Thursday, COD with Gunga Din, 5:30 on Twitch. And then Fortnite Friday, this Friday. And then Minecraft again on Sunday. So there you go. But anyways, that is that. We will see you next time. Hey, welcome, Springtrap. I don't know if I do remember you. Hello, Springtrap. Yo, bro, you might remember me. All right, part 2 was the Nether. Yeah, well, we've done part 2. Now we're on part 3. So, it's Springtrap. Yeah. I forgot your name. I asked you about the Serbia in the Bible. Oh, hey, welcome. Welcome back. But anyways, we're actually ending right now. But glad to see you again, Springtrap. Thanks for tuning in for a moment. All right. And yeah, we'll see you next one. We'll see you tomorrow. Be sure to keep joining us so you can Wait. Wait. All right. He sent me something in the Discord. Call. Oh, he said call. I didn't see that earlier. I meant to send this to you. Your files before. Let's see. Did you what happened? What happened? General? Oh, he's showing me some of his edits. He's got a surprise. I don't know. Oh, was that Roblox you're showing me? What were you thinking? Oh, where's my chat? I lost my chat. Oh, there it is. Okay. Check the server. Ooh. All right, I checked the server. Oh, no. Springtrap. Nice. All right, Springtrap. Let me get back on here. I started exiting out. You got cancer. Well, I will pray that the cancer continues to stay away, Springtrap. So just pray in Jesus' name that you would continue to be healed and that you are able to continue just living your life, giving God the glory. So I pray that. Nice. Well, I pray that you continue to be cancer-free. So that's good. All right. Awesome. All right. And then little block added to my pump. I don't even... You mean like in Fortnite? Yeah. Oh, like if I edit, how do you put that into the Fortnite little block? You might have to show me that later. But anyway, Little Block made this cool glow around my around the guns in Fortnite that looked pretty cool. So let me see that for a second. Where can I get to the screen share? Oops. All right, let me try that. And window capture. Let's go to Discord. Look at this. Look at this. Look how good. That'd be kind of interesting if that was a glow around my weapon. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. All right, but we need to... we definitely need to go. It is time to go. We've gone... I think that's Rivals. No, it looked like Roblox. But I think what he's saying is he could do that for my Fortnite. Not sure though. Who knows? But anyways, Adventure T, I think you're trying to load the video that you edited for me, but we will figure it out, man. All right. So we will see you on the next one. Be sure to tune in, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single moment when we level up in our gaming, our faith, and our life. Peace out.